Hi there, I'm Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabine here in the 9 News Weather Center. Welcome to your Friday. It looks and feels more like a Monday outside right now. It's so cloudy and dreary. There's fog and drizzle. After a week with sunshine and 70s, this may be a little hard to take. But you know what? We need the moisture, and it's a fast-moving system. It will impact part of your weekend, but not the whole weekend. Let's take a look at our headlines. We will expect some scattered rain showers this afternoon and isolated thunderstorms, and that's going to change over that rain to snow before 9 o'clock tonight. It'll clear out tomorrow morning, but it will be a cold start to your weekend. Sunday looks to be a little warmer and a little drier. This looks more like a Monday, doesn't it? Kind of gray and dreary with mostly cloudy skies. Not seeing a lot of rain and snow yet, but that will certainly be changing here within the next few hours. Temperatures rebounding with a little bit of sun trying to break through those clouds. 42 in Denver, 46 Littleton, and 46 Aurora. These are currents, but also the highest so far. We're hoping for 48 today, but I think we're just going to be right on the fringe, dealing on the edge with mostly cloudy skies. The rain begins later this afternoon, a little thunder and lightning possible too, so I think that your evening drive will be just fine, unless you're headed up I-70. And good for you if you are. The snow in the high country has been amazing, and for skiing and snowboarding, it should be a great weekend. But you will run into winter driving conditions the later you go today, so if you can leave work early or get on the road early, probably that would be a good suggestion from me to you. The areas in light blue on our radar map here indicate a winter weather advisory, and that's for the northern mountains. The area in red is a winter storm warning in southwestern Wyoming. The winter weather advisory is for 4 to 8 inches of snow for areas like the Elk Head and Park Mountain Range. But notice all that white across western Colorado. It's already snowing west of the Continental Divide, and we even have a few snow showers showing up across the northeastern plains as well. But all the heavy weather is right around that center of circulation near Rock Springs. You can almost see the bands of snow rotating counterclockwise around that low, which is centered over northwestern Colorado. Those bands are eventually going to swing across the metro area, but there's also a cold front to the north. When that colder air sweeps in later tonight, the rain showers that we're forecasting for this afternoon will quickly change to snow. Right now, the heaviest precipitation is oriented west of the Continental Divide and on the I-76 corridor from Fort Morgan to Sterling and out to the North Platte area. Many of you had to deal with dense fog this morning, drizzle, reduced visibility, and probably some delays at the airport because of that. The fog is lifting a little bit, but pretty soon the air will be saturated enough that we're going to have rain coming out of those clouds down here and snow about 7,000 feet. I'm afraid we've got about 1 to 3 inches of snow forecast for grassy surfaces between about midnight and 9 a.m. tomorrow. I know a lot of you calling in about outdoor sporting events, activities. A lot of you have kids playing baseball or trying to get in on tournaments. I have one myself, and I don't know how it's going to go with those early morning games, as the precipitation will be widespread up through the mid-morning hours, and even with drier air coming in the afternoon, the fields may be in question for Saturday. Sunday actually looks pretty good. A couple things to talk about. A low pressure center near St. Louis is bringing a severe weather threat there. Cold air is moving through Bismarck and Omaha and will back into the northeastern plains, and then that low swinging across Colorado will move through today. Where you see the areas in green, that's where we expect the rain to be by 4 o'clock. Yellow is heavy rain and maybe some lightning. Pink is where the rain mixes over with snow, and then the white and the blue is where we have all snow. And notice by 10 o'clock, all snow from Laramie, Cheyenne, Fort Collins, into Commerce City, Boulder, Denver, Parker, Highlands Ranch, Lone Tree, and DIA. Snow continues overnight. This is 3:30 in the morning. Then the heavier snow band starts to sink south. Look, by 8:30 in the morning, drier air is starting to work in from the north, and so the snow will start to end for the northern metro suburbs. The west and south, it'll go until about 9, and then we should be done. Of course, there's always wraparound moisture on the back side of that system, which may mean that some of you will have to deal with a few lingering snow showers in areas like Evergreen, Nederland, Estes Park, and Winter Park past 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Heavy snow looks to be right over the top of Denver and Arvada by 5 o'clock tomorrow, and then by 9 a.m., look at that. It's cloudy, it's cool, but the snow is south of Castle Rock and Perry Park, drier air working in, and we may even get a little bit of sunshine. Not much sunshine today, with the temperature we're hoping at 48. Tonight's low 25. The rain changes to snow with 1 to 2 inches on the grass by tomorrow morning. Temperatures will not be super warm tomorrow, close to 40 degrees for many areas, even with a little bit of sun in the afternoon. Looking at the planning forecast, we get you into Sunday with a warmer day, slight chance for a little leftover moisture, but I'm going to just be optimistic and say Sunday looks dry. Mid-50s for the first few days of April, isolated showers on Wednesday, and then It really looks like a great forecast for opening day next Friday. Sunshine and 60s when we welcome the Rockies back into town. So if any of you guys have questions, shoot, Janet, what do we got?
A lot of people just want to know about their specific area,
Yeah.
so we'll go with Dave in Fort Collins. He wants to know how much snow they might get up that way.
Okay, we are seeing kind of that heavier snow band kind of oriented initially from Fort Collins right down through DIA and Denver, but you're also going to see the storm end a whole lot quicker in that area as well. So we're kind of in that 1 to 2, 1 to 3 inch range for both Fort Collins and Boulder and Denver. The higher you go in elevation above 7,000 feet, there will be a little bit more, but we've been in the 70s all week long, and so with the surface so warm, it's going to melt really quickly. It's just a lot of water. So if you have outdoor activities that involve like a field, there's going to be a lot of water and snow on that field. But the storm's gone by 9 o'clock in the morning tomorrow.
And another area specific, Joy wants to know about Akron. So what's it going to be on the eastern plains?
Further east. Interesting. Out east of Akron and Lyman, it's going to be rain. You folks will see that first, probably anytime. And we may have a little thunder and lightning and even ground bowl. People say, what's ground bowl? Those are those small, soft pellets that look like snow or hail and kind of coming down. So definitely a little bit of convective activity out in the Akron area and more rain than snow initially.
Amy Berry wants to know if you think flights at DIA are going to be affected by this.
I would say between now and 9 o'clock, no, but if you have an early morning flight, a 5, 6, 7, or 8 o'clock flight, it's possible. I don't think there'll be cancellation, but there may be delays first thing in the morning, but that airport's more than prepared to deal with a wet, sloppy storm like this. It's a warm storm, it's a fast storm, and not a lot of wind with it. Yeah, we're going to know the fronts here when the wind kicks up out of the north. You'll probably see it and feel it, but that won't be enough to impact travel there. And this time of year, it's kind of great because we need the moisture, and we get it typically in March and April. But because the storms are warmer, there's a lot of melting, and we don't have that flash freezing drizzle, and have to deal with the icy roadways. It's going to be more of a slushy situation.
Steve Tafoya says he's traveling to the western slope tonight, and he wants to know what he can expect on I-70.
Yeah, what time are you going? I would get going.
He just said what it will look like tonight.
Okay.
I'm not sure on the time.
I would get going because it's already snowing across the western slope and over some of the higher passes. The eastern side of the tunnel, it's not snowing yet, but the western side, it's already snowing and will continue to. Not enough that I think it's going to stop you. The roads will probably be wet more than anything else. The only travel advisory we have out is for northwestern Colorado. So you will be fine, but you know how it goes when there's rain or snow or slush on I-70 and over some of those higher passes. Not everyone is as good of a driver as you are, so there may be some issues just because of the other folks, the out-of-towners.
Gina Tovar, hopefully that's correct.
Hi, Gina.
She wants to know about Castle Rock in the afternoon tomorrow. I'm assuming it seems like it'll be moved out by the afternoon.
Castle Rock could see a little bit more simply because kind of a higher terrain area. You get down around the Monument Hill area, and it's kind of like a catcher's mitt, a baseball mitt, and it just sort of seems to catch that precipitation for some reason. I do believe there may be a little more, maybe closer to 3 to 4 inches of really slushy, melty snow down there, but it'll be done, I would say, by late morning. If it's done in Denver by 9, done down there by 10, 11 at the latest. It's just going to be soggy. Soggy Saturday.
Okay, a couple people. David wants to know what time will the snow begin? I think we talked about that earlier, but for those of you who just joined us.
In Denver, we expect scattered rain showers this afternoon. I still think the evening drive will be fine, but after 6 o'clock, scattered heavier rain showers with a little thunder and lightning, and then it looks like the rain mixes over to snow in the northern suburbs by 8 o'clock, and here in Denver by 9. So, and really kind of ramps up late tonight into early tomorrow morning. So between like 11 p.m. and 3 a.m., that's when probably that heavier band will come in.
Denise wants to know, she has to go from Greeley to Littleton at 6 tomorrow morning.
Okay.
And she's wondering if it would be better to leave tonight versus tomorrow morning.
I think you'll be fine. I would just allow for some extra time tomorrow morning. I really think it'll be fine. I think in Greeley, by 6 o'clock in the morning, the snow will probably be done up there. Littleton might still be going, so you're going to kind of follow that drier air down. The roads will just be wet. You'll be fine to go tomorrow morning. Just allow for a little extra time.
And I guess my question, just kind of dealing with the roads and that we have been so warm. will this mostly be kind of grassy areas versus on the roads?
Yeah. If it does accumulate, this storm will produce snow that will probably stick on the grass, on the tree branches, on the, you know, railings or things like that, sidewalks. But the roads, I think, are just going to be wet and slushy. Yeah. I think it's fine. It's a spring storm, typical spring storm, and not even a huge one. At this point, we don't have any winter weather travel advisories out for the metro area. It's just a big change. This week we had sunshine and 70s, and then to go, you know, from that to rain today and snow tonight. If people aren't paying attention, they're out having a good time tonight when they're trying to drive home around 10 or 11. They're probably not going to be real happy with me. They always blame the weather people, you know. We just are the messengers, by the way.
Sarah and Jaden both want to know how much snow is there going to be. I know, like I said, we talked about that earlier, but if you want to recap the totals.
I think here in the metro area, it is very possible we'll have 1 to 2 inches on the grass, and mainly for the northern suburbs, the same thing. Further south, you go, you know, into Highlands Ranch, Lone Tree, Parker, Castle Rock, and it could be more in the 2 to 4 inch range, but again, rapidly melting. The surface is warm. It's not a super cold storm. We're in the 40s today. We'll be in the 40s tomorrow. So light accumulation. The way it looks now, although coming in early today and looking at some of the newer forecast model runs, definitely the storm has slowed down a little bit. So we've delayed the timing of that rain to snow change. And it definitely looks a little bit colder. Was yesterday we thought 1/2 inch to maybe 1 inch. Now some of the models are suggesting, you know, 2 to 3. So, you know, we're watching it for this afternoon, of course, and we'll have the latest for you today. We'll be on at 4, 5, and 6. And of course, we'll have the latest there. And any updates and things that come through, we always put that on 9news.com and also on the Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Let's see. I think people are wanting to know, I guess, how much water or this storm will bring us, moisture, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, usually this time of year, you know, we talk about it being like a 1 to 10 ratio. 1 inch of water equals 10 inches of snow. So I think we're talking more in the, you know, 1/4 of an inch of liquid precip range. But it's definitely a wet storm. It's a warm one, and some areas will see a little bit more than that, especially coming down as rain initially. Certainly that number could go higher.
And then Lori Perry wants to know about the specific area, the South Franktown Palmer Divide.
Yeah, the South Franktown and Palmer Divide area, very similar to Castle Rock. Again, the rain-snow changeover will happen around 9 o'clock tonight. We have you in the 2 to 4 inch range. Roads should mainly just stay wet and slushy, but yes.
I think that's all the questions we have.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to do a quick recap, and then I think we can log off here.
Yeah, it's going to be a fast-moving storm system that rolls through this afternoon. The cold front will bring the scattered rain showers initially. And I'll just kind of back this up for you a little bit. We'll bring the scattered rain showers initially, and then, let me go all the way back. Okay, let's time it out for you here. All right, here's where we are by 4 o'clock today. Rain in Denver, thunderstorms on the plains, snow in the mountains. Hang on, let me go back to it again. Let's see if we can time that out a little bit better for you. Right now, this is what we're seeing on the radar. We're seeing some foothill snow showers and a few light rain showers out on the eastern plains. So the storm has definitely slowed down. By tomorrow morning, I think up in Eldora, Allens Park, and Estes Park, you're in the 3 to 5 inch range. Castle Rock, 2.5, 2.4 in Parker, and 2 in Denver. Arvada, about 2.1. This is just one of our 4 forecast models. In terms of snowfall estimates by 9 a.m. on Saturday. The low off to our east, bringing the severe weather threat, shifts east. The low heading into the northern mountains is already moving into Colorado, but it's a cold front to the north that will change the rain that we expect by 4 o'clock on the plains over to snow by 9 o'clock tonight. And the areas in yellow are the heavier rain amounts, but notice by 10:30 it's all snow. Fort Collins, Denver, down to Colorado Springs and out toward the Lyman area. That snow band starts to drift south by 3:30 in the morning. Fort Collins already seeing some drying before sunrise. By 8:30, notice the snow is done. Fort Collins, DIA, Denver. Still going in areas like Lone Tree, Highlands Ranch, and Parker, Castle Rock, and Franktown, and then basically ending for everybody before noon, with the exception of the foothills and mountains. So here's where we are by about midnight tonight, 1:30. That's when we really think the heavy snow will be falling. We get you into 5 o'clock in the morning, Loveland, Fort Collins, Greeley done. By about 8, 9 o'clock, you notice the snow is south of Castle Rock and Perry Park. So again, a very fast-moving system. So we'll call for a high of 48 today with cloudy skies and rain. It'll turn to snow by 9 tonight with 1 to 2 inches on the grass by tomorrow morning and a low of 25. Temperatures close to 40. That's the best we'll do tomorrow. I actually have a high of 40 on Saturday. And then we get into the afternoon with clearing. An isolated shower possible Sunday, but Sunday looks drier and warmer. First couple days of April, mid-50s, an isolated shower Wednesday. And then, of course, the Rockies. We welcome them to town next Friday for opening day. And right now, that forecast looks amazing. Glad they're not playing today, although they get the game in. It's going to be a whole lot nicer next Friday for opening day with sunshine and mid-60s. Thank you all so much for joining us today on this Facebook Live. We'll have the latest for you today on 9 News at 4, 5, and 6. And any other updates, we'll be sure to post those on all of our social platforms and on 9news.com. Remember, even though it's dreary and foggy and cloudy and kind of nasty out there, it's still Friday. Have a great weekend, you guys. Thanks so much. Thanks, Janet.